Here's the introduction to a song called Fietas Samba. Fietas was a black township that I would need to motorcycle through on my way to university in the late 60s, early 70s. It was not the kind of place that a young white boy would want to be breaking down in. It was gangland. It was a black township established under the old apartheid legislation. But it was a cool place for music, and in particular what we referred to as township music, something very specially South African. It was petulant, it was jivey, edgy, really cool music. And what it often included was elements of the samba, so it had samba type rhythms. And this was fascinating for me when I recently got involved in Brazilian music, and found that the samba music which was spawned in Brazil was largely influenced in its creation by the slaves who came to Brazil from West Africa, bringing very little, if anything, with them, but they did bring the rhythms. And then samba later on went on to spawn bossa nova music, which is another story of its own. And so it's very interesting that township music, which happened at a later time to the creation of samba music, nonetheless has this similar influence. So the rhythms are African. The one ended up in Brazil via the slaves, and the other one ended up in South African township music. That's an interesting phenomenon. Anyway, the song is nostalgic because it regrets the passing of township music. It's not there anymore. The youngsters of today don't listen to it, let alone play it. So for me, this is a sad passing. The music was also notable because of its complex or interesting rhythms and chord structures. Quite often it had a discordant nature in its melody and harmony, and that's because the horns that were used were the best that these guys could afford, and they were not always tunable to the extent necessary. So they made do with what they had, and they simply allowed that to form part of the character of that music. So mama, take me down one more time to Fietas Town and bring me back the jive. Keep that township samba alive. When we samba, we don't paint it by number. It's a fundamental groove. And made the rules, built those walls between me and you. Oh mama, take me down one more time to Fietas Town. One more time to Fietas Town.